Not every formula that you see in math or in real life will come to you in its simplest form. Sometimes we want to make them simpler ourselves to make it easier to do math with them. Some formulas and expressions become much, much easier to use once simplified. For instance, if we look at our married filing jointly problem, we see that we have a formula that tells us the amount of federal income tax dollars for a married couple. And we can simplify this by simply using the distributive property with 0.28. So for part A, we will still have 24,040, but now I'll have 0.28x minus the product of 0.28 and 123,700, which comes out to 34,636. I can just take 24,040 and subtract 34,636, and I get 10,596. And if you do that for part A, that makes part B much, much, much easier, because now all I have to do is substitute in 130,341, and you can substitute that in to either one of these equations, but the simplified one will be a lot easier to deal with. We'll just take 0.28 times 130,341, and we'll subtract 10,596. Well, here, obviously, you will just multiply, and you get 36,495 and 48 cents minus 10,596, and you'll get 25,899 and 48 cents. And if you want to, you can round that to the nearest dollar and just assume that you'll be paying $25,899. In Massachusetts, speeding fines are defined by the formula F equals 10 times x minus 65 plus 50, where F is the cost in dollars of the fine if a person is caught driving X miles per hour. If the fine comes to $250, how fast was the person speeding? Now, you don't technically have to do this, but if you find yourself using and reusing the formula, you really should simplify it. Let's go ahead and do that before we go substituting in 250. So here, if I distribute the 10, I will have 10x minus 650 plus $50. And that just comes out to 10x minus 600. And so now, if we know the speed that one is driving when they get pulled over, we can just take that speed, multiply it by 10, and subtract 600. In this case, though, we have the fine. We want to know what the speed was. So if I take 250 and set it equal to 10x minus 600, then going to the trouble of simplifying will have paid off, because all I now have to do is add 600 and divide by 10. Here I get 10x will equal 850. We divide by 10, and I get that x is 85, meaning that whoever got this ticket was driving at 85 miles per hour.